Now, to a major turning point in the war in Sudan, the country's military says it gained control of the main headquarters of the central bank, marking significant gains in the capital city of Khartoum. Now, the Sudanese army reclaimed the Republican palace last week from the Rapid Support Forces, or RSF. But the paramilitary group continues to fight, signaling that this years-long civil war is nowhere near over. And all of this comes amid a widening humanitarian crisis in the region. Let's bring in CBS News producer Sarah Carter. She joins me now from Johannesburg. Sarah, I think you and one of our correspondents were recently in Sudan. Update us on this civil war. It's displaced more than 12 million people, killed tens of thousands. So what is the significance of the Sudanese army retaking key locations in Khartoum?
Well, good morning, Errol. As you said, the Sudanese army's now taken the presidential palace in the capital, which is a highly symbolic battlefield victory over the paramilitary rapid support forces. The palace overlooks the Nile River, and it was the seat of government before the war. On Friday, when they took it, the gunfire was heard across the city. Videos were posted on social media showing soldiers carrying assault rifles celebrating in these newly reclaimed, liberated buildings. When our team was in the country several weeks ago, the army was setting up for this offensive to push and reclaim the capital. Across the Nile River in the twin city of Omdurman, we saw apocalyptic scenes that really mirror what's happening in Khartoum. Few buildings were left standing. They were charred remnants of what they were, battle scarred from gunfire. And experts told us urban fighting is the hardest kind of war. And it's taken the Sudanese military weeks to push through neighborhoods block by block into Khartoum. Now, RSF fighters are reportedly still scattered throughout the city, hiding in buildings with their snipers embedded in rooftop positions. And we're told fighting continues today as the military pushes towards Khartoum's international airport, which is still controlled by the RSF.
And Sarah, help us understand the warring factions and why this has been so deadly.
Well, the gains of the army does not mean it's an end to the war. The RSF has consolidated their control in Western Darfur, and they're looking to set up a parallel government. So the concern of analysts now is the country's going to fragment into control from the two leaders who fell out close to 2 years ago. Last week, the RSF claimed a strategic city in the North Darfur near the borders of Chad and Libya. And that's significant because both the RSF and the Sudanese military are backed by powerful foreign powers, including the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Libya, and Turkey, to name but a few countries that have poured weapons into Sudan over the past 2 years, eyeing the country's vast mineral wealth and the strategic Red Sea port. Analysts are worried that it could spiral into a regional conflict, and international efforts to broker a negotiated end to the war have collapsed, with the country's military chief, General Burhan, recently saying he preferred to fight, not talk.
And we know that the nation of South Sudan emerged because of previous conflict in Sudan. So who knows where this all leads. Sarah Carter, really great to get your insight on this important issue. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah.